All right, welcome to day 3 of writing your paragraph about kangaroos, your informational paragraph. I hope you're starting to understand that a paragraph is broken down into a topic sentence, an informational is, facts and details, and then a wrap it up and conclude it. All right. Now, yesterday, what you did is you listened to these articles again and you picked out the diet and you picked out an interesting fact that you wanted to write down. You could have put it in your writer spiral as notes. You could have used your mind map. See, I use my mind map to get it ready to write my paper, but you could fill it in on there. Okay. So you could have just simply had Australia, grasslands, and desert right there. Here you could have, are they a carnivore, herbivore, omnivore? And you could have what they eat. Here you could have the interesting fact. And then you do a conclusion today. And then tomorrow, what that does is it allows you to rewrite your paragraph and get it written in a form that you can clean up and you can have moms and dads read it and check for mistakes. And then you're ready to take a picture of it and send it to us on Thursday evening or on Friday. Okay. So that's how quick paragraphs go. Now, if we're in the classroom, oftentimes we take about 2 weeks to write a paragraph because we clean it up and we add more details and we change it and we do more to it. Okay, so let me show you how I took my notes. They live in Australia, grasslands, deserts. They come out in the evening and night due to the heat. They are an herbivore. They have grasses, leaves, flowers, and moss, and hopefully you found that. And I found it interesting because they regurgitate their food. And what regurgitate means, we can't do that because they have a stomach that has a compartment in it, like a little secret compartment. And what they do is they kind of throw the food back up into their mouth at a later point and then they chew it. And it's partly digested, meaning that when our food goes down, our stomach starts breaking it down to get rid of it, to use it for the body. And with them, what happens is their food kind of stays in a compartment, comes back up, and they chew on it, and then it gets down into the right stomach where it goes on down and it goes into the body and it helps the body, and then they get rid of it. So I found that really interesting. So you would have learned that if you listened to this about like herbivores, they eat grass, flowers, leaves, ferns. I need to add that if I didn't do that. And they do eat insects if they need to, but they're primarily not an omnivore. They're an herbivore. They will eat the grass, the flowers, the leaves, the ferns, and the moss before they'll eat insects. Okay. Then I found out some more, down here. Oh, they don't drink a lot. That was the thing. So, right here, their diet, they don't need a lot of water. So they don't, I'm going to add that right here. So I like that one. They don't need to drink a lot, and a lot is 2 words, of water. Okay. Because the water is found in their food. And so they can go a long period without actually having to dip down and drink water. All right. Now you could have put these things right in there. And if you notice, I'm showing you my notes because I want you to learn how much you have to listen and how much you have to read and learn things before you write a paper. You can't just go, oh, yeah, I know all about kangaroos. I'm going to write you what I know. They have to be facts and they have to be good details that people want to learn. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this information and I'm going to write it as sentences right here. You may have taken in your notes and written it in complete sentences right here. But I need to get it where when I write my paper, I can write really well and I can write sentences off of it. Some people like to just take notes and then write their paper off. meaning that they just look at this and they have like diet, what they eat. And then when they write their paper, they write the sentences at that time. Okay. Now, the next thing I did was the marsupial. They have a pouch on the stomach, and I put that they carry their babies for 9 months. I'm not done with this one yet. I may think of another fact that I want to add, and then I'll change it. Okay, so I'm still writing that one. Now, you could have put about how their babies are called joeys and how they live in a pouch when they're little. You could have said about how they jump and how high they jump and how their legs are very powerful. It was whatever you wanted to write as your third fact. How they live to be 6 years old. You can find other things in here. And you can't just read one thing and take it for a fact. You have to read numerous things. You have to read and listen to lots of things to learn about them so that you can write about them. Okay? So your job today now is to do that, to make sure that you have enough that you can write your paper. You've got your topic sentence. You've got your first talking about where they live. You've got your second talking about the diet and what they eat. Diet is what you eat. And then you have your fact that you found really interesting or more you want to share about them. Then today what you're going to do is you're going to put a conclusion on. So you're going to, I don't have the conclusions there, but I have them on your Wednesday slide right here. And let's see, right here. You've got conclusions in your Wednesday slide, and I wrote 4 of them today. You can wrap it up however you want it to. So if you think you can wrap it up and conclude it very well, you can go ahead and do that on your own. Because by now we've written, if you've done this with me, we've written about 3 or 4 papers. And when we get into the classroom, we're still going to be doing this. So please be listening to how we do this and, take your time and read what I'm doing. I said clearly, kangaroos are interesting creatures. So if you ever go down to Australia, watch for a kangaroo to hop your way. In closing, aren't kangaroos interesting creatures? These are just some of the many interesting facts about kangaroos. And that would go right here. That's your conclusion today. Okay? So you have a big job. You've got to make sure you have all of your 3 facts and details written in your mind map. You have to choose a conclusion sentence for your paragraph off of here. And then what you have to do is at least watch a video so you learn a little bit more. Because we've already listened to these. So you're pretty much done with those unless you're still working on it. And so now you can enjoy a quick video about a kangaroo. Okay? And I have a boomerang in my hand if you see that. All right? So that's your day. So I will see you tomorrow and we'll be ready to write our paragraph. All right? Have a good day.